it's Crystal here and welcome back to Politics in Pajamas. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today I want to talk about why you should not just vote blue no matter who. If you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing, clicking the like button. It really helps me out. So as many of you know, Joe Biden is now the presumptive nominee for the Democratic Party. That happened this week when Bernie Sanders dropped out. And the cries to vote blue no matter who have gotten very loud, and I think that they are very misguided, and I do not support vote blue no matter who, and this is 3 reasons why. Number 1, it kills your negotiating power. Moderates have made it very clear that they are obsessed with swing voters. They want to get the mythical moderate Republican to vote for the nominee, and that's how they think they're going to beat Donald Trump. The thing is, if the only thing they care about are swing voters, then progressives have to become swing voters. We just won't swing from Democrat to Republican, we'll swing from Democrat to Green Party. It is the only way to get our issues into the forefront of the Democratic Party, is the only way to get them to care about what we care about, and it is the only way to accomplish our policy goals. You can see that this is already working as Joe Biden has introduced plans like a student debt plan and a bankruptcy bill that are progressive in nature. And the only reason he is doing this is because progressives like me refuse to commit to voting blue no matter who. We want to see policies addressed that are important to us. We want to see movement to the left, or we're not going to support the candidate. And that is called negotiation. Pretending that we should just support whoever they run, no matter what their voting history is, no matter what policies they support, no matter what they say they're going to do, that's completely ridiculous, and it gets us nowhere. It's how they end up taking the progressive left for granted and saying, well, at least it's not as bad as the Republican. I'm not saying that I'm not going to vote blue, but I'm saying I am not going to vote blue no matter who, because I want to see some sort of movement to the left from the party before I commit to vote for the Democrats. The second reason that you should not vote blue no matter who is the moderates refused to commit to doing the same thing when Bernie Sanders was in the lead. This is what happened in this election that's very different from 2016. There was a few weeks in the primary where it looked like Bernie Sanders might pull this thing off, where he got very, very close to winning the nomination. And during that time, we got to see how moderates really feel about us, and we got to see how moderates really feel about blue no matter who. And guess what? They do not support vote blue no matter who. They started a Never Bernie movement. They came out of the woodwork to tell everyone how they would stay home or vote for Trump or vote third party rather than vote for Bernie Sanders, because they hate him and despise him so much, and they hate his supporters so much. This was really weird and kind of jarring to me, because the whole time they had been telling me vote blue no matter who, I thought it worked both ways. I thought that if Bernie Sanders got the nomination, they would be voting blue no matter who. I thought that was the whole point. But it was something they were saying when they thought they were going to win. And then as soon as Joe Biden took the lead again, all of a sudden it was blue no matter who all over the internet. And it was like we were just supposed to forget everything that happened. Do you know why they switched to Never Bernie from vote blue no matter who when Bernie was in the lead? Because they know it works, because they know that it will help them get the policies that they want advanced, because they know that Bernie Sanders would actually have to move closer to the center to get their vote in the fall. If they promised that they would vote for Bernie Sanders no matter what, then they had no negotiation power. So if it's good enough for them to do, why is it not good enough for progressives to do? The third reason that you should not vote blue no matter who is because you should not vote against a candidate, you should vote for a candidate. I do not just want to vote against Donald Trump. I would like to vote to support a candidate I believe in. That might be Green Party, it might be Joe Biden in the fall, it might be another party, it might be something else. I will not be staying home. You cannot use this weak attempt at, if you don't vote, you don't get to complain with me, because I will be voting. I will be voting for the candidate that I support. And if Joe Biden moves to the left and comes out in favor of something like Medicare for all, then I will consider that as one of my options. But right now, no, I am not inspired to vote for Joe Biden. I have no obligation to vote for Joe Biden. And I do not plan to vote for Joe Biden right now. The bottom line is, if we want to see the Democratic Party move to the left, we're going to have to pick up the party and drag it over there, because they're not going to do it because we're suddenly nice to them on Twitter. They're not going to do it because we promise that we'll vote for their nominee this time, and then maybe in 4 years they'll give us a little bit of the policies that we're looking for. That's not how it's going to happen. We are going to have to take the power that we want. And the only way to do that is to tell them that we will not vote for whoever they run, that we will not support any candidate as long as there's a D next to their name, name, and that we will not vote blue no matter who. So I encourage you to use the power of your vote. It is very powerful. It's why the moderate wing of the Democratic Party is freaking out right now, because they know that us saying that we might not vote for the nominee means they might not win, and it's why they are offering the small peace offerings that they have been offering. I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy, and I will see you in my next video.